Danny, we'll start at the end. It's never good to concede a goal in the last kick of the game. How are you feeling? How are the players feeling?
I mean, obviously they're damn beaten now, but as I just said to them, we should be thankful that we got a point today. If it wasn't for Tom, we could have been 4 down at half time. And unfortunately, you can't defend the way that we defended today and expect to win football matches. We had first half just wasn't good enough right across the board. Second half we got good reaction after our talk at half time, and we get ourselves in front, and then it's about managing the game, and that's where we fell.
Yeah, I mean, you spoke about the first half, and Tom was outstanding. He had multiple saves from several of their players, and it seemed like we were struggling to find that final ball in the first half. Is there anything in particular you can put your finger on?
No, I think it was a lack of quality in the final third. But as I said, it was the defending that concerned me more. The amount of times that they managed to get in one-on-one, just not good enough defending basically. And then second half we was better. We've had a few more chances obviously ourselves in the second half. Never quite managed to turn them into goals, but we just got to manage the game, and we've got a set up for long throws, and unfortunately we never put that set up into practice, and they've scored. So yeah, we should be thankful that we got a point today.
And obviously you had to make quite a few changes today with two suspensions. Lane Eady had to go off, I presume, injured. So is that not an excuse, but is that part of the reason?
It's not an excuse. Listen, the players that you're missing, your Fabs and your Cyruses and your Craig Alcocks, and obviously Lane coming off, is that going to harm you? Of course it would. It would hurt any team, but that still is not an excuse for the level of performance that we showed today. It was basic things that we didn't do right, and as I say, that's why we've ended up with only a point and lucky to do so. Thankfully, that Cyrus and Fabian and Craig will be back Tuesday night. We'll have to wait and see with Lane. It's an hamstring that he's been suffering with recently anyway. But yeah, they need to have a look at themselves in there. As I say, we've got things in place for every scenario, and we didn't put them into practice today. And if you don't, that's what's going to happen. You're going to concede. So yeah, this overall disappointing day. Because no disrespect to Thame when I say this, but if we want to go and achieve what we're talking about achieving, and actually at the top of the league, we have to be beating teams like that, and we've not done that today.
Speaking of the top of the league, we've already played Bedford. Going to play them again on Tuesday, and there, when we played them at their place early on in the season, they were a very strong side, and people think that they'll be there or thereabouts towards the end of the season. So it's going to be a tough game on Tuesday again, isn't it?
It's a very hard game for me. They're the best team that we've come up against so far this season. Okay, when we played them second game, we was a different team then, and we had to play people in that game in different positions that we'd rather not have had to play people in, but they're a very good side, and if we don't turn up and be to a man at our maximums, then it's going to be a very tough evening. On the flip side of that, if we do turn up and we are on our maximums, then we've got every chance of winning the game, and that game has now become a must-win because not just today, last week at Kidlington and the week before against North Lee, games that we should be winning, we've not won. So we need to start picking up points, maximum points again, otherwise we're going to find ourselves too far adrift.
And when we were looking at, we were obviously awarded the team of the month in September. We were on a really good run of form. Then we have kind of stumbled a bit, a few draws. One of the reasons we don't seem to be scoring as many goals as we did back in September. I mean, I know we had some really good chances in the second half. Is that a concern that we're not sort of as free flowing, as free scoring as we were?
Yeah, to a point. I mean, as you said though, we've still created chances in the games, but it has been that final bit, that ruthlessness to score. So it's not a massive concern at this moment in time. But we've got to be better in the final third with the ball. At the moment, the past 2-3 games, we keep giving it away cheaply in positions where we need to be better with it. It's something that we're trying to improve in training. So yeah, it's not a massive concern for me at this moment in time, and I think that every team's going to have a patch during the course of the season where things don't quite go the way you want them to go. This is our patch at the moment, but what we've got to do now is we've got to make sure that we come out the side of that patch and we start, as I say, picking up maximum points again.
And just finally, you mentioned a few injuries there. The squad obviously is starting to look a little bit thin. Are you sort of looking out there, potentially looking to bring more players in?
We're trying to bring people in. We probably need another 2, possibly 3 people in. Thankfully, as I just said, Craig and Cyrus and Fabian, that's not so much injuries. They're suspensions and an illness. So we'll have them back. But yeah, we need to bring a few in. Just to make us stronger all round, I think, because you're right, we're a little bit threadbare at the moment, and the injuries that we have got, they're not sort of a week or so, they're a few weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks. So yeah, we are trying to bring people in, and hopefully within the next week we'll be able to announce some new people in here.